Test 1 2, mic check 1 2, testing 1 2 3. Mic check for the backside. Test 1 2 3. It's a mic check. Barn area 1 2 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. At this time, we ask you to please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Live at Hawthorne Springfield Place host, the final week of standardbred racing here at Springfield before the standardbred season moves to Hawthorne. So a special welcome once again to all of those joining us here on track. A special welcome to those watching via Trot and Pace Marketing, those live streaming. Just got a couple of changes to make a note of. We'll give those changes to you shortly. First, we'll set the scene for you. The temperature right now in the mid-70s, not too much of a breeze at all. The track is rated fast. And with all that in mind, let's get the horses out for race number 1. We've got a 10-race card here today. 10 races today, 10 more tomorrow, 12 on Friday. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll have 4 qualifiers, Thursday starting at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. So once again, backside, you can bring them out for race 1. We're ready to go. Race 1, bring them on the track. For those here who want to keep score today and have their programs handy, we just got 2 changes to report, 1 scratch and 1 driver change at this time. The lone scratch so far comes up in the second race. In the second race, scratch number 1 and a major way. That's the second race, scratch number 1 and a major way. And then the lone driver change at this point is in the 8th race. In the 8th race, a driver change for number 7, Smooth and Creamy. Make that driver Jerome Daniels. Jerome Daniels drives number 7, Smooth and Creamy, in race number 8. Ladies and gentlemen, horses coming onto the track here for the first of 10 races this afternoon. The opener is for 2-year-old colts and geldings, non-winners of $5,000 lifetime. The purse here, $4,600. Field of 8, including the 1, Illegal Smile, owned by Ed Teefy, trained by Nick Prather. Juan Franco will drive. The 2 is Sleazy and In Charge, owned by the Engel Stable of Illinois. Gary Rath trains, Wyatt Avanetti between the wheels. The 3, Peace Star, owned by Doug Overheiser, the Houston Racing Stable, John Schwartz Jr. and Mark Winship. Amy Houston trains, Kyle Houston will drive. The 4, Some Good Somewhere, owned by Robert Silverberg, along with P. Turner, Jim Eaton, and Dee Wisniewski. Jim Eaton's the trainer. Matt Avanetti will catch drive. The 5 is D&J's Family Guy, owned by the D&J Racing Stables. Jamaica Patton trains and reigns. 6, Fox Valley Jupiter, owned by Carla Santos. Pete Lou trains Jordan Patton in the driver's seat. 7, Dandies of Freedom, owned by Terry Leonard, the Dandy Farms, Peter Couches, and FT Racing Stable. Terry Leonard, the trainer, Casey Leonard, the driver. And rounding out the field, the 8, Western Trevor, owned by Mike Brink. Roshan Trigg trains. Travis Siekman will do the driving. Starter Roy Finn, accompanied by gate driver Tim Becker, have called for the horses to light up. Gates rolling. A field of 8 2-year-old Colton Geldings, all on gate. Hawthorne live at Springfield. It's the opener, the first of 10. Race 1, it's showtime. There they go. Often pacing toward the inside. Sleazy and In Charge is gunning for that early lead. Right alongside comes a Peace Star. Up on the outside of those 2 comes Fox Valley Jupiter as they race on into that first turn. Fox Valley Jupiter, quick early gate speed, looks to clear as they hit that turn from Peace Star in second. Getting away racing in third, that's Sleazy and In Charge. Illegal Smile got away, settled into fourth. A length and a half back racing next, Some Good Somewhere. Then a length and a half to D&J's Family Guy. Gap 2, Dandies of Freedom. The trailer from post 8, Western Trevor. Past the quarter and straightening it out on the backside. The early leader here, Fox Valley Jupiter with Jordan Patton aboard. Right there tracking the leader, Peace Star. First quarter, 28-3. And as they race down the backside toward the half-mile mark, that is Sleazy and In Charge, and Avanetti looking it over from the third. Illegal Smile remains in fourth. No action in the backfield here yet. Then it's along the inside to Some Good Somewhere. That's D&J's Family Guy thinking about it back there in the 6th. But now that's the Dandy's Freedom who started up and looking to pick up the cover. Western Trevor's about 7 from the lead. They're heading into the far turn. The half-mile time, 59 and 2. And as they race into the far turn, that is still Fox Valley Jupiter looking for his second win of the campaign, leading the way. But now Houston pulled the pocket, and here's P-Star now coming to call as they race to the three-quarter pole. P-Star has taken that lead away from on the inside, trying to fight back Fox Valley Jupiter. Sleazy and in charge is in with a shot, just a length and a half away as they come out of the turn and wheel for home. Three-quarter time, 1:28 and 1. P-Star with a short lead. Here on the outside comes Sleazy and in charge, and from a long way back, looking to go back-to-back, Dandy's Freedom, and Dandy's Freedom will go back-to-back. Dandy's of Freedom gonna win it. Finishing in a second was Sleazy and in charge. Looked like P-Star third. Then it's gonna be close for fourth between Western Trevor or Fox Valley Jupiter. Casey Leonard getting it done with Dandy's Freedom. Final time, 1:57 flat. Now making his way back to the winner's circle here in front of the grandstand to kick off the afternoon. A win here in the opener for the 7, Dandy's Freedom. Dandy's Freedom coming from a long way back, now scoring back-to-back wins here at Springfield. Dandy's Freedom's a 2-year-old bay gelding, a son of World of Rock and Roll. Out of the Sportsmaster mare, Charge and Marge. It's the second win in just 4 seasonal starts for the rookie, Dandy's Freedom. Co-owned and bred by the Dandy Farms and FT Racing Stable of Illinois. Also owned by Terry Leonard and Peter Couches, both of Illinois. Trained by Terry Leonard. Driven to victory by the leading driver, Casey Leonard. Here's how they finished in the opener. Illegal Smile 7th. Sleazy and in charge 2nd. P-Star wound up 3rd. Some Good Somewhere finished 8th. D&J's Family Guy 6th. Fox Valley Jupiter finished 5th. Dandy's Freedom, your race winner. Western Trevor 4th. Recheck top down 7-2-3, 8-6, 5-1, and 4 on the bottom. Here are the fractions from the opener. First quarter 28 and 3. The half mile time 59 and 2. 3/4 time was 1:28 and 1, and the winning time for the mile here at the opener 1:57 flat. All right, backside, bring them out for race 2. We're ready to go. Backside, you can bring them out for race 2. Horses out on the track now for the second race. Once again, 2-year-old Colt and Geldings lining up in here. Scratch the 1 in a major way, so we're left with a field of 7 that include from the inside out. The 2 is Fox Valley Boxer, owned by Doug Overheiser, along with Mark Winship. Rob Ridoff trains, Travis Seekman will drive. 2, Mr. Ain't Going, owned and trained by Corderia Stewart. Kyle Houston will catch drive. The 4, Secret Party, owned by Steve Searle, Michael Shivers, and Jory Orsini. Steve Searle trains, Wyatt Avanetti between the wheels. The 5 is Elliot's Jet, races for Ed Teefy, trained by Nick Prather, Matt Avanetti aboard. 6 is Monday Morning Merle, owned by Bob and Linda Grider, along with Terry Leonard, who also trains. Casey Leonard looking to go back-to-back to kick off the day. The 7 is Jet Valley Airway, owned and trained by Charles Arthur. Jordan Patton drives. And rounding out the field, the 8, Captain DT, owned by David Carter, Lori Searle, and Janet Moser. Mike Brink trains. Bobby Smolin does the driving. Starter calls for the horses to line up. Gates rolling. With the scratch of the 1 and a major way, we're scratched down to a field of 7. 2-year-old pacing Colts and Geldings all on gate. Hawthorne live at Springfield, race 2. Post time. There they go. Often pacing, trying to lead from the far outside. Captain DT hustled up on the inside. Comes Fox Valley Boxer. Also forwardly placed now Jet Valley Airway. Mr. Ain't Going is also up with the early fray as they head on into that turn from the inside. Fox Valley Boxer and get a corner with that lead from Jet Valley Airway along the inside. Mr. Ain't Going got away third. That is racing in fourth. Monday Morning Merle finally finding a spot at the rail. Back to fifth now. That's Captain DT after that early lead. And then it's a length and a half back to Elliot's Jet. So the field of a 7 are heading up the backside, and there's a horse that is pulled up back here, and that is Secret Party, who's pulled up. So they've passed that quarter 29 seconds flat. And as the field heads down the backside toward the half, Fox Valley Boxer with a lead, but here comes a move from Mr. Ain't Going, and Houston is on the move here before the half. And Mr. Ain't Going is taking it to the leader, but he's having to work to get there just past the half-mile pole along the inside. A little reluctant here is Fox Valley Boxer, who's going to now leave him out there. So they're headed past that half and heading into the far turn. Seekman playing hardball early early on the day. He's got Fox Valley Boxer back in front off a half, 58-4, 29-4 second quarter. Mr. Ain't going now. Along the inside, they're racing in third. That is Jet Valley Airway. Now moving to the outside, Monday Morning Merle in with a shot here. About 4 to make up with a quarter mile to go. And then it's back to Captain DT and 6 more to Elliot's Jet. They've come to the top of the lane and kicking away here, Fox Valley Boxer. 3 quarters, 127-1. And Fox Valley Boxer kicks for home with a 5-length advantage. Trying to hold second, Mr. Ain't Going. And then to the outside, it's Monday Morning Merle. But in deep stretch, gate to wire, Fox Valley Boxer gonna win it by about 5 in the end. It was Mr. Ain't Going who held second, Monday Morning Merle third, then it was back to Captain DT, close for fifth, either Jet Valley Airway or Elliot's Jet. Final time here coming up for Fox Valley Boxer. 156 flat. Now making his way back to the winner's circle here in front of the grandstand. A winner of race 2, a maiden victory today for the 2 Fox Valley Boxer. Fox Valley Boxer is a 2-year-old bay gelding, a son of some stars somewhere. From the Sportsmaster mare Fox Valley Touche. First win in 7 career starts for the rookie Fox Valley Boxer. Bred by the Fox Valley Standardbreds of Illinois. Races for Doug Overheiser and Mark Winship. Winning trainer Rob Redoff. Winning driver Travis Siekman. The final time of 156 flat. That will establish a life mark for Fox Valley Boxer. Here's the official placings from race 2, scratch 6 in a major way. Fox Valley Boxer, your race winner. Mr. Ain't Going was second. Secret Party did not finish, broken equipment. Elliot's Jet 6th. Monday Morning Merle finished 3rd. Jet Valley Airway wound up 5th. Captain DT 4th. Recheck top down, scratch 1, 2. DNF 6, 3, 5, and 4 on the bottom. Here's the fractions from race 2. First quarter 29 flat, the half 58-4, 3 quarters 127-1. And once again, the winning time here for Fox Valley Boxer, 156 flat. All right, backside, you can bring them out for race 3. Continuing with the trend, 2-year-old Colton Geldings once again on the track. Race 3, you can bring them out backside. The 3rd race is up next. Horses out on the track now for the third race. Once again, 2-year-old Colton Gelding's lining up in here, half a dozen. They include the 1 Fox Valley Grit, owned by Connor Prather. Nick Prather trains, and Juan Franco is between the wheels. 2 Hello Trevor, races for Ed Teefy. Mike Brink trains, Bobby Smolin does the driving. The 3 horses, Fox Valley Mamba, owned by Doug Overheiser and Mark Winchop. These connections looking to go back-to-back, trained by Rob Ridoff. Travis Seekman once again in the bike. The 4 is RK's Captain, owned by MM&D Racing. Roshan Trigg trains. Casey Leonard does the driving. 5, Captain's Express, owned by Ernest Sork, along with Sean and Noreen Nessa. Sean Nessa trains. Jordan Patton drives. And rounding out the field, the 6 is Major Trip, owned by Claude Gendreau Stables. Amy Houston trains. Kyle Houston in the bike. Starters called for the horses to line up. Gates rolling. Half a dozen 2-year-old Colton Geldings all on gate. Hawthorne live at Springfield, race 3. Post time. There they go. Often pacing off to a good start. 5 of them trying to go for that early lead, and toward the inside it's Hello Trevor, and now Captain's Express will join that one from the far outside. Forwardly placed there, Fox Valley Mamba as they corner into that turn. From the inside, an early lead for Hello Trevor. Captain's Express continuing to push it on from the outside, and Captain's Express looks to clear midway into that turn. That's going to put Hello Trevor in the 2-hole. Along the inside, Fox Valley Mamba third. RK's Captain doesn't want that hole. I don't look like sitting in fourth, and now Casey Leonard looking to advance, but but popping out of the pocket before that that's Hello Trevor. So it's Hello Trevor with the lead. We got a breaker in the backfield there. Fox Valley Grit did put in some steps. Opening quarter 28-4, and it's been a busy opening quarter. And now another new leader here. RK's Captain has taken over, and Hello Trevor now is in the pocket. It's 2 lengths back to Captain's Express in the third. That's Fox Valley Mamba fourth, about 5 off the lead. Now a gap of 2.5 there. Racing next, that is a Major Trip, and then the trailer, Fox Valley Grit. Past the half-mile mark and heading toward the far turn. Casey Leonard looking to add to his leading driving totals here today. He went by the half in 59-3, and it's RK's Captain pacing with that lead. Hello Trevor with Bobby Smolin right there tracking the leader. And Captain's Express is along the rail, but now going to angle to the outside for Jordan Patton, and now looking to make up some ground. A gap of 2 more to Fox Valley Mamba, in with a shot, but got work to do, about 3 from the lead. They're past the 3/4 pole. RK's Captain looking to add another win to his racing resume here today. Leading the way as they come out of the turn, 3/4, 128-4. It is RK's Captain with a short lead. The horse of a different colors to the outside, but not gaining any ground. That's Captain's Express, and then Hello Trevor in deep stretch. As they hit the wire, that's RK's Captain to win it. Casey Leonard doubling up today. Captain's Express will be second best. Then it was Hello Trevor, followed by Fox Valley Mamba. Looked like Fox Valley Grit got up for the nickel. RK's Captain, final time coming up. 157-1. Now returning back to the winner's circle, a winner of race 3 today. Here's the 4, RK's Captain. RK's Captain's a 2-year-old bay gelding. He's a son of Captain Trevor. Out of a Party at Arts Place mare, Ladies Party. It's the 4th win in 12 starts for RK's Captain in his rookie campaign. RK's Captain's a homebred, bred and owned by MM&D Racing of Illinois. Trained by Roshan Trigg. Here's a second winner early on the day for leading driver Casey Leonard. Here's the official placings from race 3. Fox Valley Grid, who finished 5th, has been placed 6th for causing interference while on a break to the 6th while in that first turn. Hello Trevor finished 3rd. Fox Valley Mamba 4th. Arcase Captain, your race winner. Captain's Express 2nd. Major Trip was 6th, place 5th. So rechecking top down, once again, it's 5P6. Once again, for causing interference, the number 6 Major Trip while on a break in that first turn. 3, 4, 1, 2, 6P5 on the bottom. Fractions were 28 and 4. The half 59 and 3. 3/4 time 128 and 4. Winning time Arcase Captain 157 and 1. All right, backside, we're moving along. You can bring them out for race 4. Race 4, condition pacers coming up here. Race 4 is next.
Indispensable. Maximum exposure, the best sales marketing tools. The easiest way to sell your horse for top dollar. The wave of the future. Since holding their first sale 20 years ago, OnGate.com has become harness racing's leading marketplace, with over 13,000 registered users buying and selling racehorses and bloodstock through daily online auctions. Browse listings for free and buy your next racehorse at OnGate.com. OnGate, we've changed the way the business works.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Horses out on the track now for the fourth race. Condition pacers in here. They include the one Fox Valley Jasper, owned by the Angle Stables of Illinois, along with Jerry Graham. Jerry Hansen trains, and Bobby Smolin does the driving. 2 is Skyway Goliath, owned by Ernest Sork, along with Sean and Noreen Nessa. Sean Nessa trains. Kyle Houston will drive. The 3, Major Attribute, owned by Michael Letton, trained by Desiree Seekman. Travis Seekman between the wheels. 4, Fox Valley Monaco, owned by Carl Lacey and Benita Simmons. Tom Simmons trains, Casey Leonard drives. 5 is Mr. Nut and Nice, owned by Charles Hurst Jr. Roshan Trigg looking for a second winner today. Juan Franco will handle the lines. And rounding out this half a dozen is the 6, Another Statement, owned by Garcia Power, trained by Hector Herrera. Wyatt Avanetti will catch drive. Starters called for the horses to line up. Gates rolling. It's a field of 6 conditioned pacers all on gate. Hawthorne live at Springfield. Race 4. Race time. There they go. Often pacing toward the inside. That Skyway Goliath now looking to challenge his Fox Valley Monaco as they head to that first turn. Major Attribute moves up into third. Mr. Nut and Nice has gotten away into fourth. Another Statement. The Hoosier Park Invader got away fifth, about 5 from the lead, and definitely missing the start here at gapped about 10. That's Fox Valley Jasper. As they approach the opening quarter, though, Casey Leonard now and Fox Valley Monaco have the early lead. Now in the 2-hole, Skyway Goliath. Right there, a tight third. That's a Major Attribute, followed by, that is Another Statement. Opening quarter, and then Mr. Nut and Nice. First quarter, 27 seconds flat. So they're single file as they head up the backside, and it's the leading trainer and driver hooking up in here. Fox Valley Monaco with Casey Leonard for Tom Simmons leading the way. Now there's action in the backfield. Coming first up, that is on the outside, Major Attribute with an early move here as they pass the half, heading toward the far turn. Fox Valley Monaco with a neck in front. Major Attribute with Travis Seekman taking it to the leader right now. Lurking on the leaders will be Mr. Nut Nice in a nice second over spot. Saving ground on the inside, that is Skyway Goliath, the half, 56-1. They're racing through the far turn. Fox Valley Monaco leading by a half. Major Attribute starting to weaken a little on the outside. Toward the inside, looking to get some room is Skyway Goliath. Mr. Nut Nice is looking to come off the cover, and then it's Another Statement, and then well back to Fox Valley Jasper. 3/4 are passed as they come for home. 3/4 time, 124 flat. Fox Valley Monaco with the lead. Here on the grandstand side, Another Statement is making up ground as it's come deep into the stretch. Now back in between the Major Attribute. 3 of them going to hit the wire together. Tied at the wire. Very tight between Another Statement and Major Attribute. Found another gear in the stretch. Fox Valley Monaco was right there in the picture, and then it was back to Skyway Goliath, and then Mr. Nut and Nice. 3-horse photo finish. Picture time. Final time coming up. In the photo, it was the 6, another statement up in time over the 3, major attribute. 6, another statement, a winner in the photo. Now returning back to the winner's circle, a photo finish going to the 6, another statement. Another statement is an 8-year-old brown gelding. He's the son of Better's Delight from the Christian Cullen mare, Ellie Mae A. It's the 5th win of the year. It's the 3rd win in the last 4 starts for another statement. Bred by Raboki Party of Australia, owned by Garcia Power of Illinois, trained by Hector Herrera, driven to victory by Wyatt Avenatti. Here's the official placings from race 4. Fox Valley Jasper 6th, Skyway Goliath 4th, Major Attribute was 2nd. Fox Valley Monaco finished 3rd. Mr. Nut and Nice 5th. Another statement, your race winner. Reject top down 6, 4, 2, 3, 5, and 1 on the bottom. Here's the fractions from race 4. First quarter 27 seconds flat. The half 56 and 1. 3/4 time was 1:24. The final time here for another statement, an 8-year-old has just equaled his life mark, 1:52 and 2. All right, backside, you can bring them out for race 5. Backside, we're ready to go for race number 5. While we await the arrival of the horses here for race number 5 this afternoon, going to bring you up to date. This is our final week here at Springfield before the season moves to Hawthorne. We want to bring you up to date on the trainer and driver standings. Going into today's action, Casey Leonard a commanding lead in the driver standings with 65 winners, and that's between Springfield and DuQuoin. Travis Seekman was second. He's added a win. That's 40 for him on the meet, but Casey Leonard with 67 has that appeared to be locked up. Kyle Houston is just behind Travis Seekman with 36, so we might keep our eye on that for a runner-up. The trainer standings looks like it's coming down to a 2-horse race as well between Tom Simmons and Amy Houston. Simmons with 30 wins so far between the two tracks, and Amy Houston with 28. Amy's only got 2 in today, and they'll have more in for the next couple of days. Tom Simmons, though, has 12 starters in today. I think he races mostly at the end of this card here, so we'll keep an eye on that. But Tom Simmons with a 2-win lead at this point over trainer Amy Houston. Horses out on the track now for race 5. Condition pacers in here, a field of 6, including the 1 Rockin' Pulse, owned by Mary Van Boven. Jim Eaton trains Wyatt Avanetti, looks for a pair on the day. 2 is Fox Valley Aussie, owned by Stephen McMackin, along with David Samuelson. Gary Rath trains and drives. 3 is Fox Valley Gemini, owned by Jim Ballinger, trained by Terry Leonard, looking for a 2nd training victory today. Casey Leonard looking for his 3rd driving win. 4 Foxman, owned by Kevin Miller, along with Lester Detweiler, A. Miller, and Marcus Detweiler. And Kevin Miller trains, and Matt Avanetti will steer. And to round out the field, a pair of Tom Simmons trainees, the 5 Fox Valley Steeler, owned by Ann Schneider, Carl Lacey, and Benita Simmons. Tom Simmons trains Travis Seekman aboard. And the 6 Fox Valley Cayman, owned by Carl Lacey, James Cravens, and Benita Simmons. Tom Simmons once again trains, and Kyle Houston will catch drive. Starters called for the horses to line up. Gates rolling. A field of 6 conditioned pacers, all on gate. Hawthorne live at Springfield. It's race 5, post time. There they go. Often pacing from the outside. Fox Valley Cayman and Fox Valley Steeler are both going for that early lead, and now being joined by Fox Valley Aussie toward the inside. The field heads into that turn, rocking pulses along the rail as they corner into that turn. Fox Valley Cayman from the outside clears into the lead. That's going to put in the 2-hole Fox Valley Steeler. Going along, racing in third. That is a Fox Valley Aussie. Why not? Another Fox Valley sitting in a fourth. That's Fox Valley Gemini. And then it's back to rocking pulsing. A Fox Man can see them all. They're past the quarter in single file alignment, and as they straighten out on the backside, Houston teaming up with Fox Valley Cayman on the motor. Simmons trainees are sitting 1-2 here right now. That's Fox Valley Steeler very happy to take that 2-hole trip, a length and a half to Fox Valley Aussie. Opening quarter reasonable, 28-2. Fox Valley Gemini and Casey Leonard looking it over from fourth. They're currently about 5 from the lead. Then it's back there to Rockin' Pulse, and another 2.5 to the trailer. Foxman. They've passed the half. They're now heading toward the far turn, and no one yet to commit as they race into that far turn. Fox Valley Cayman continuing to pave the way. The half 56-4. How about identical 28-2 quarters as they race into the far turn. Fox Valley Steeler still sits in second, and now Gary Rath has pulled on the right line. That's Fox Valley Aussie coming to the outside. Casey Leonard picked up the cover with Fox Valley Gemini. 3 in, 3 out along the inside. Rockin' Pulse to the outside. Foxman in with a shot, but got some work to do. About 4 from the lead. Past 3 quarters coming for home, and it is with the short lead here. Fox Valley Cayman to the outside. Fox Valley Aussie up along the inside comes Fox Valley Steeler. 3 quarters, 125-2. It's once again like in DeCoy when I was here. It's another. All of the Fox Valleys are going to hit the wire. Fox Valley Steeler, I believe, gets it by a nose over Fox Valley Aussie. Then it was Fox Valley Cayman, and then it's Fox Valley Gemini who finished 4th. Back in 5th will be Rockin' Paul. Fox Valley Steeler up here to get in a photo. Final time coming up. How about 153 flat? In the photo, it was the 5 Fox Valley Steeler, the winner, over Fox Valley Aussie. Fox Valley Steeler, the winner, in a photo. And now making his way back to the winner's circle to win a photo finish in race 5. Here's the 5, Fox Valley Steeler. Fox Valley Steeler's a 4-year-old bay yelling another winner from Some Stars Somewhere out of a Roll with Joe Mayer, Roll with Josie. It's the 4th win of the year, the 12th career victory for Fox Valley Steeler. Bred by the Fox Valley Standardbreds along with Jim and Tracy Walker of Illinois. Fox Valley Steelers owned by Ann Schneider, Benita Simmons, and Carl Lacey. Trained by leading trainer Tom Simmons. Driven to victory. Here's a pair of winners on the day for driver Travis Siekman.
Glad you made it back, Travis.
The official placings from race 5, Rockin' Pulse 5th, Fox Valley Ozzy 2nd, Fox Valley Gemini 4th, Fox Man 6th. Fox Valley Steeler, your race winner. Fox Valley Cayman 3rd. Recheck top down, 5, 2, 4, 6, 1, and 3 on the bottom. Here are the fractions. Opening quarter 28 and 2. The half 56 and 4. 3/4 time 125 and 2. And the mile for Fox Valley Steeler was 153 flat. All right, backside. Here's the second half of the card. You can bring them out. We need the horses for race 6. Race 6, backside, is up next. That's the 6th race is next.
and all these other races. But I would venture that you would think it probably was registered. Very rarely do you ever hear them say, no, let's just take it. When casino first opens, hey, usually when the casino first opens, they have to, they do a head count and they do that. And then it's like, okay, it's a 2 people, 2 feet coming in. Yeah. But it's like, you know what they're saying. Let's get all the bets on the page. That's right. Which means we'll have enough money just in case somebody actually does get it. Imagine if you're talking to me, I can assume that one is open up there because there's no construction. Because when I got here today, it's like I knew that would be locked. When I got over the other side, before I got out the gate, I looked and I was locked. How many scale supposed to get in here today? But they would look like they took the chain back there with the lock on it. Right, because the secret to demolition is you reach back in and you don't hit them with the front end with the radiator.
The fun thing was they had 11 to 16-year-olds.
Wow.
Yeah. They had to have adults in the car with them. That was interesting.
Yeah, because they have to take the windshield and all the glass out of it.
Yeah.
Chain the door shut.
So I sent my daughter a picture of it and see, Lily could do. Just remove all your glass out of your car.
We don't need her practicing wrecking the vehicle. That's not what we want to do. We want to
Well, I told her it'd be good driving.
Defensive driving, it's offensive driving. You make it look like you're going to do something so stupid someone else does. And that's the opening you need.
Horses have made their way onto the racetrack for the 6th race. This is the featured event of the afternoon. It's non-winners of $25,000 a life. We've got a purse of $6,000 on the line. The field includes the one Peace Prize, owned by Ed Teefee, trained by Murph Chupp. Wyatt Avanetti will do the driving. 2 is Aerodash, owned by Adele Everett. Cornelius Cabot trains and drives. 3, Sailor Sam, owned by Benita Simmons, trained by Tom Simmons. Kyle Houston, the driver. 4 is Bella's First Moose, owned by Midsize Construction. Gary Rath trains and reigns. 5 is Gotta Go Graham, owned by Shelley Graham. Tom Graham Jr. trains and Matt Avanetti between the wheels. To round out the field, the 6 is Fox Valley Bruin. Races for Jim Ballinger. Terry Leonard trains. Casey Leonard, the pilot.
Whole family loaded up on it, no plates on it, but they're flying right down the road.
Mount Zion is just on the outside, the outskirts of the city, and they allow all the cars to pull those cars on the road.
Well, some of those like retirement communities, they have to do that. How they get around?
When I saw one, I'm like, it looks like a monster for even kids because it was a 6-passenger small car.
Starter calls for the horses to line up. Gates rolling. It's a field of 6 conditioned pacers, all on gate. Hawthorne live at Springfield, race 6, the featured event of the day, $6,000 purse. Race 6, race time. There they go. Often pacing, Peace Prize from along the rail, driving out for the early lead. Up on the outside comes a Sailor Sam. There to the inside, it's Dash, followed by Bella's first moose, and then it's back to Gotta Go Graham, the early trailer, Fox Valley Berwin. They circle the turn, they've settled into position, and it is right now Wyatt Avanetti with Peace Prize on the lead here, almost 2. Racing in second, Sailor Sam, a winner last time out. Gapped about 3 lengths here is Dash in third. Bella's first moose is in fourth. That is Gotta Go Graham fifth. Fox Valley Bruin, the trailer, about 8 lengths off the lead. The field's heading up the backside, single file alignment here. Opening quarter is coming up in 28 and 1. And as they straighten out on the backside, that is Peace Prize, who's paving the way here on the point. Right there, tracking the leader very tightly, is Sailor Sam for Houston. A gap of just 2 lengths now to Dash in third. A similar gap of 2 here back to Bella's first move. Now thinking about it back in fifth there, that's a Gotta Go Graham edging to the outside. The trailer continues to be Fox Valley Bruin. Less than a half a mile to go as the half-mile time comes up. 58 and 1. They definitely slowed it down. A 30 flat second quarter breather. They're racing into the far turn, and Peace Prize now forced to pick up the tempo. That's on the outside here. Dash trying it first up. They're tucked up along the inside. Sailor Sam has drawn it up perfectly for a 2-hole trip. Now Bella's first moose is in contention for Wrath. He's looking to come off the cover right now. He's 3 high at the bottom of the turn. They're past 3/4, coming to the top of the lane. On the inside with a short lead here, Peace Prize. 3/4, 127 and 3. Heads are turning for home. Peace Prize is in an all-out drive. Here's Sailor Sam now, angling out of that perfect 2-hole trip and should have plenty in the tank. Here's a late rally coming from Gotta Go Graham. Sailor Sam, back to back. Finishing second was Gotta Go Graham. As Fox Valley Bruin got up for third, then it was Bella's first move. Picking up the nickel will be the pace setter, Peace Prize. Sailor Sam, Thomas Simmons, and Houston have both paired up here today. Final time for Sailor Sam. 156 and 1. Now returning back to the winner's circle here in front of the grandstand, a winner of our featured event of the day, race 6 here at Springfield. It's the 3, Sailor Sam. Sailor Sam's a 3-year-old bay gelding, a son of another winner from Some Star Somewhere. Out of an Always a Virgin mare, down like a prom dress. Back-to-back wins here at Springfield. That's 4 on the campaign now, and a rookie campaign for the 3-year-old Sailor Sam, bred by Carol Reynolds of Illinois. Sailor Sam's own a second winner on the day for the owner, Bonita Simmons. How about the second winner on the day for leading trainer, Tom Simmons? Why not? A driving double on the afternoon for driver, or correction, not a double. That's Kyle Houston's first winner of the day. Sailor Sam, 156 and 1. Well, here's how they finished in race 6, Peace Prize 5th, Aradash 6th. Sailor Sam, your race winner. Bella's First Moose 4th. Gotta Go Graham 2nd. Fox Valley Bruin 3rd. Recheck top down 5, 6, 1, 4, 2, 3 on the bottom. Fractions 28 and 1. The half 58 and 1. 3/4 127 and 3. Winning time once again, Sailor Sam 156 and 1. All right, backside, you can bring them out for race 7. We're ready to roll race 7. Race 7 is next.
Indispensable. Maximum exposure, the best sales marketing tools. The easiest way to sell your horse for top dollar. The wave of the future. Since holding their first sale 20 years ago, OnGate.com has become harness racing's leading marketplace, with over 13,000 registered users buying and selling racehorses and bloodstock through daily online auctions. Browse listings for free and buy your next racehorse at OnGate.com. OnGate, we've changed the way the business works.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. Thestable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at thestable.ca.
Horses making their way onto the racetrack for the 7th race, maidens and non-winners of one lifetime. Got a field of 7 to go postward. The field includes the 1-3 lock box, owned by Ernest Sork, Noreen and Sean Nessa. Sean Nessa trains, Kyle Houston will drive. The 2 is Speak Boys Speak, 1 of 2 from trainer Jace Sundin. This one is owned by the Lick Creek Stock Farm along with Jace Sundin, who also trains. Travis Seekman will catch drive. 3, Starman, owned, trained, and driven by Steve Halford. 4, Colita Party, owned by Bruce and Mary Alexander. Jamaica Patton trains and reigns. The 5, Captain Warrior, owned and trained by Mike Brink. Casey Leonard in the driver's seat. 6 is our Tyler Town, owned by Bernie and Deb Paul, along with Shelley Steele. Jerry Hansen trains, Bobby Schmolin will drive. And rounding out the field is the 7, rocking the midnight hour. The second of the J. Sundin trainees. This one's owned by Ellis Bryant, trained by J. Sundin, and Juan Franco will drive. Starters called for the horses to line up. Gates rolling. A field of 7 maidens, all on gate. Hawthorne live at Springfield. It's race 7. Race time. There they go. Often pacing Colita Party from the center of the track. Now quickly hustling up at the rail, 3 lock a box. Also forwardly placed, here comes Speak Boy Speak as they head on into that turn from the inside 3 lock box, but challenging Colita Party, and it's Colita Party who come away with the lead. They're racing in second now, will be 3 lock a box. Speak Boy Speak has settled into third, finishing, following along in fourth. There's Starman. Speak Boy Speak doesn't want a 3-hole today, and Travis Seekman has that one on the move. So Speak Boy Speak has spoken and wants the front end. There in the 2-hole trip now is Colita Party. That's 3 lock box in third, Starman fourth, our Tyler Town fifth. 2 more back there. That is Captain Warrior. The trailer is rocking the midnight hour. Opening quarter, 29 seconds flat as the field heads to the half-mile mark. That is Speak Boy Speak on the motor. A 2-hole ride here for Colita Party and Patton. Going along racing in third. That's 3 lock box. No one yet to commit. The Starman drafts along in fourth, our Tyler Town fifth. Then Captain Warrior, and continuing to trail, rocking the midnight hour, is about 8 lengths from the lead. Half, 57-3. They picked it up just a tad as they head to the turn off of 28-3. A second quarter, Speak Boy Speak trying to seal the deal, but now Colita Party pulling the pocket before the 3-quarter pull. Starman's up on the move into third. Along the inside, 4 3 log box. Our Tyler Town was Smolin in with a shot. Fifth, about 4 from the lead. Past 3 quarters, coming to the top of the lane. 3 quarters, 127 flat as they come out of the turn and kick for home. Here's Colita Party and Jamaica Patton taking over. The Starman with Halford is trying to close that gap. Our Tyler Town, Speak Boy Speak, trying to fight back on the inside, but in deep stretch, it will be Colita Party to win it. Finishing the second was Starman. Going to be a photo for third here between either Speak Boy Speak or our Tyler Town, and it was also close for fifth. Final time coming up, Colita Party. 156 and 3. Now returning to the winner's circle, a maiden breaking score here today. It's the 4 Colita Party. Colita Party's a 3-year-old brown gelding, a son of Party at Arts Place. Out of the Cole Muffler mare, Nina Colada. First win in 11, a lifetime start, 6 seasonal starts here in the 3-year-old campaign for Colita Party. Bred by Adele Jeffers of Illinois, owned by Bruce and Mary Alexander of Wisconsin, trained and driven to victory by Jamaica Patton. Final time 1:56.3. That's going to establish a life mark for Colita Party. Here's the official placings from race 7, 3-log box finish 5th, Speak Boy Speak 4th, Star Man 2nd. Colita Party, your race winner. Captain Warrior was 6th. Our Tyler Town finished 3rd. Rockin' the Midnight Hour was 7th. Recheck, top down, 5, 4, 2, 1, 6, 3, and 7 on the bottom. Here's the fractions, 29 flat for the quarter, half 57.3. 3/4 time, 1:27. Winning time once again, Colita Party, 1:56.3. All right, backside, we're getting closer to the one you're looking for. Race 8. That's the 8th race. Backside is up next. It's race 8 up next. Horses making their way onto the racetrack for race 8, a field of 8, Trackmaster less than 68. A field of 8 that include the 1, I Understand. Owned and trained by Kevin Miller, Wyatt Avanetti will drive. The 2 is Prince of Style, owned by Jonathan Gordon, trained by Merv Chup, Jamaica Patton handles the lines. 3 is Cosmic Mega Playboy, owned by Betty Landman, Stan Swisher trains, Travis Seekman between the wheels. The 4 is Mason Blazin, owned by Don Laufenberg, trained by Terry Leonard. Casey Leonard will do the driving. 5, Ernie the Moose, owned by Gary and Kathy Rath. Gary Rath trains and reigns. 6, He's a Renegade, owned by M&M&D Racing, trained by Mike Titus. Kyle Houston aboard. 7 is Smooth and Creamy, owned by Freddie Patton Sr., trained by Freddie Patton Jr. Note we have a driver change on the 7 today. It's Jerome Daniels. Jerome Daniels will drive the 7, Smooth and Creamy. And rounding out the field is 8, JR Strike 3, owned by Benita Simmons and James Cravens. Tom Simmons looking for another winner here today. This one will be handled by Juan Franco. Starters called for the horses to line up. Gates rolling. It's a field of 8, Trackmaster less than 68 pacers, all on gate. Hawthorne live at Springfield, race 8, race time. There they go, often pacing Ernie the Moose, far outside trying to leave. JR Strike 3, and now hustling up along the inside comes I Understand as the field heads to that first turn in the corner. Ernie the Moose looks to cross over to the rail. JR Strike 3 continues to advance on the outside. There to the inside, I Understand got away third. Princess Style fourth. 1 from there racing next is Cosmic Mega Playboy. Gap 2 lengths here is Mason Blazin back in at 6th. Then He's a Renegade, Smooth and Creamy, and got away last. Past the quarter and heading up the backside, and Juan Franco used JR Strike 3 to get to the top and now leads it by 2. Ernie the Moose is going to take that 2-hole ride. Opening quarter, 28 and 2. They're back in a third. That's I Understand. Drafting along in fourth, that's Prince of Style. Jamaica Patton trying to go back to back here. A length and a half away. Sitting in fifth, that's Cosmic Mega Playboy. Now moving to the outside there, up into sixth comes He's a Renegade. Gapped along the inside, Mason Blazin 7th, and Smooth and Creamy continues to trail. Past the half and heading into the far turn. Half mile time coming up. How about 58 and 1? And as they race into the far turns, trainer Tom Simmons looking to add to his leading total here today. JR Strike 3 still there, leading 3 parts of a length. I Understand is going to try it first up for Wyatt Avanetti. Tucked up along the inside, that's Ernie the Moose in third. A second override here now for Cosmic Mega Playboy, who's in with a shot. past 3/4, eighth of a mile to go. JR strike 3, looking to seal the deal. 3/4, 126 and 3. They're coming into the turn and headed for home. Juan Franco going to work on JR strike 3, who continues to hold that short lead. Ernie the Moose is to the inside. I understand to the outside. They're coming from everywhere, but they're not going to get to JR strike 3. Gonna win it. Ernie the Moose looks like he was second. Looks like Cosmic Mega Playboy finished third. Then it was I Understand fourth. Close for fifth. Prince of Style or Mason Blazin. But JR strike 3 took it all the way. Final time coming up. 155 and 2. Now returning back to the winner's circle after taking it pretty well gate to wire from an outside post eight, it's the 8, JR strike 3. JR strike 3 is a 3-year-old bay gelding by Time to Roll out of a Bring on the Beach mare riding to the beach. It's the second win of the season, 5th lifetime victory for JR strike 3. Bred and co-owned by Benita Simmons, her 3rd winner as an owner, also co-owned by James Cravens. How about a 3rd winner on the day? That's a training triple for leading trainer Tom Simmons. JR strike 3, nicely handled and driven to victory by Juan Franco. The official placings from race 8, I Understand 4th, Prince of Style 6th, Cosmic Mega Playboy 3rd, Mason Blazin finished 5th. Ernie the Moose was 2nd. He's a Renegade 7th. Smooth and Creamy wound up 8th. JR strike 3, your race winner. Recheck top down, 4, 6, 3, 5, 2, 7, 8, and 1 on the bottom. Here's the fractions, 28 and 2 to the quarter, half 58 and 1. 3/4, 126 and 3, and the mile for JR strike 3 was 155 and 2. All right, backside, we're ready to go for race 9. You can bring them out for the 9th race. That's right, race 9 up next. Horses out on the track now for race 9. Trackmaster less than 72. Half a dozen lining up in here, and they include from the inside out the 1 Vertical Speed. Owned by Kevin and Daryl Miller. Kevin Miller trains. Wyatt Avanetti looks for a pair of winners today. 2 Brandon Hanover, owned by Garcia Power, trained by Hector Herrera, looking for his second winner today. Bobby Smolin will catch drive. The 3, Ponda Spark, owned by Ann Schneider, along with Benita Simmons, 1 of 2 for trainer Tom Simmons, who's already got 3 winners on the card. This one will be handled by Travis Seekman, looking for his 3rd winner today. The 4, My Buddy Steve, owned by John and Mary Krashnian. Nick Prather trains. Juan Franco trying to go back-to-back. The 5 is Enrico Palazzo, owned by the Megan Rogers Racing Stable. The 2nd of the Tom Simmons trainees, Casey Leonard, looks for another driving victory. And rounding out the field, the 6 is Ashley Silver Guy, owned by Carol Cox. Mike Rogers trains. Kyle Houston in the driver's seat. Starters called for the horses to line up. Gates rolling. A field of 6 condition pacers, Trackmaster less than 72, all on gate. Hawthorne live at Springfield. It's race 9. Post time. There they go. Often pacing Brandon Hanover, shooting out of there to the outside now. My buddy Steven at the rail. That's a vertical speed as they head to the turn. Brandon Hanover cuts the corner with that lead along the inside. Vertical speed up on the outside, looking to drive on now. My buddy Steve and getting away, racing in fourth. That's a Honda Spark. One from there. Enrico Palazzo sits in fifth. The early trailer is Ashley Silver Guy. They're past the quarter here, and it's Juan Franco teaming up with my buddy Steve on the engine, leading a length from Brandon Hanover, who tightly tracks in the second. A length away, racing in third. That's a vertical speed. No movement in the backfield quite yet. It's a little early, but as they head up the backside, that is racing in fourth, Honda Spark. And now tipping to the outside is Enrico Palazzo. Opening quarter 28 and 3. Your trailer, Ashley Silver Guy. So the field heads to the half, and it is with the lead, my buddy Steve. Brandon Hanover tracking in that 2-hole, and now working it up here alone first up. That's Enrico Palazzo, who's looking to put up back-to-back wins. They're past the half and heading into the far turn. Enrico Palazzo now is taking it to my buddy Steve, and Enrico Palazzo looks to cross over half, 58 and 4. It was a 30 and 1 second quarter. Enrico Palazzo hasn't cleared though. Battling back along the inside, it's my buddy Steve. Now Ashley Silver Guy's lurking on the leader, tucked up along the inside. Nowhere to go right now for Brandon Hanover. 3 in, 3 out. Inside vertical speed back in fifth, and then Honda Spark, an eighth of a mile from home, 3/4, 126 and 3 out of the turn and straightening out. Here's Enrico Palazzo reaching for that lead along the inside, my buddy Steve, and then Brandon Hanover and Ashley Silver Guy. Deep stretch, back to back, Enrico Palazzo. Enrico Palazzo is going to win it over Brandon Hanover, who was second, finishing third, my buddy Steve, and then a 3-horse photo for fourth and fifth. Final time coming up here for Enrico Palazzo. 154 and 3. Now, coming back to the winner's circle, winning race number 9 here this afternoon and putting up back-to-back wins here at Springfield. Here's Enrico Palazzo. Enrico Palazzo's a 3-year-old brown gelding. He's a son of Unlocked out of an Abercrombie mare, Gothic Lady. It's a homebred, bred and owned by Megan Rogers Racing Stable of Chicago, Illinois. How about 4 winners on the day from 12 starters for leading trainer Tom Simmons? How about a hat trick on the afternoon for the leading driver, Casey Leonard? Also note the final time of 1:54 3 by 2/5. That's a brand new life best for Enrico Palazzo. The official placings from race 9, Vertical Speed 4th, Brandon Hanover 2nd, Ponda Spark was 6th, My Buddy Steve finished 3rd, Enrico Palazzo, your race winner. Ashley Silver Guy finished 5th. Recheck top down, 4, 2, 6, 3, 1, and 5 on the bottom. Here's the fractions, 28 3, half 58 4, 3/4 126 3, and the mile, once again a new life best for Enrico Palazzo, 154 3. All right, backside, the one you're looking for today, the 10th and final race is here. Race 10, the finale, it's up next.
Indispensable. Maximum exposure, the best sales marketing tools. The easiest way to sell your horse for top dollar. The wave of the future. Since holding their first sale 20 years ago, OnGate.com has become harness racing's leading marketplace, with over 13,000 registered users buying and selling racehorses and bloodstock through daily online auctions. Browse listings for free and buy your next racehorse at OnGate.com. OnGate, we've changed the way the business works.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Horses making their way onto the racetrack for the 10th and final race of the afternoon. Half a dozen in here. Trackmaster less than 72. The field includes the one Scrappy coming up, owned by Leroy Hunt along with Milton Greer. Leroy Hunt trains Cornelius Cabot between the wheels. 2 is Fox Valley York, 1 of 2 from the Tom Simmons barn. This one's owned by Ann Schneider along with Benita Simmons, trained by Tom Simmons, Casey Leonard, the pilot. 3, Duncan's Ranger, owned and trained by Alan Petrie. Juan Franco does the driving. The 4 is Yankee Bounty, owned by Kleinert Properties, the second of the Tom Simmons trainees. This one's handled by Kyle Houston. 5 is Breezy Like Sunday Morning, owned by MM&D Racing along with Stanley Swisher and Lester Detweiler. Stan Swisher trains Wyatt Avenatti aboard. And rounding out the field, the 6 is Rock Steady Ron, owned by Jamaica Patton along with Ron Phillips. Jamaica Patton trains, Travis Siekman will drive. For the final time today, starter Roy Finn, accompanied by driver Tim Becker, have called for the horses to line up. Gates, roll. It's a field of 6 condition pacers. Trackmaster less than 72, all on gate. Hawthorne live at Springfield. This is the 10th and final race. Race time. There they go. Often pacing, Rock Steady Ron fired it up from the outside. Also out of there comes Yankee Bounty, and now quickly from the inside, Scrappy coming up as they head to that turn and corner. It is from the outside and crossing over now into the lead. Rock Steady Ron. Scrappy coming up, got away in a second. No hole here for Yankee Bounty, who looks to drive on now as they approach that opening quarter. Racing back in fourth, Fox Valley York, and then one from there, Duncan's Ranger. The early trailer, Breezy Like Sunday Morning, past the quarter, and now they've settled in as they head up the backside. Having the early lead here now, that's Yankee Bounty, the old timer, on the front end. Opening quarter, 27-3. Yankee Bounty had the lead briefly, but coming right back out of the hole now, Rock Steady Ron. It's the give and go, and Rock Steady Ron with Travis Siekman has taken over and will call the shots from here as they approach the half. It is in the 2-hole Yankee Bounty. Scrappy coming up third. Single file alignment right now, sitting there back in fourth. That is a Fox Valley York. Now moving up to the outside here, trying to advance is Duncan's Ranger. Half 56-2. They're heading into the far turn as a 56-1 half. And as they head into that far turn, it is Rock Steady Ron continuing to lead up, but the lead is now down to a half. Scrappy coming up is taking a shot first up. There along the inside, that's Yankee Bounty picking up a nice 2-hole trip today. Second over to the outside is Fox Valley York, and then paired up at the back, Breezy Like Sunday Morning to Duncan's Ranger. Less than a quarter mile to go. They're coming homeward, bound on the finale. 3/4, 124-4. Down the lane they come. Rock Steady Ron looks to be rock solid today. That lead is now opened up to 2. The battle is for minor spoil. A late rally here from Fox Valley York. Deep stretch. Rock Steady Ron gonna win it. Close for second here. Looked like it might have been Fox Valley York over Scrappy coming up, and then it was close between Breezy Like Sunday Morning and Yankee Bounty. It was Rock Steady Ron. Siekman picking up another winner, his third here today. Final time coming up. Now returning back to the winner's circle, closing out the afternoon with a victory here pretty well on the front end. Here's the 6, Rock Steady Ron. Rock Steady Ron's a 9-year-old bay gelding, the son of Rock and Image from a magical Mike mare, Magical Leah. Here's the 3rd win of the year. How about 30 lifetime victories now for Rock Steady Ron, bred by John Carver of Illinois, is owned by Jamaica Patton along with Ron Phillips. How about a 2nd winner on the day for trainer Jamaica Patton? Rock Steady Ron driven to victory. Here's a triple on the afternoon. Leading driver on the day here today, Travis Seekman with a driving triple. Here's the official placings from the finale. Scrappy coming up was 3rd, Fox Valley York. Yankee Bounty, 5th. Breezy Like Sunday Morning was 4th. Rock Steady Ron, your race winner. Recheck top down, 3, 2, 6, 5, 4, and 1 on the bottom. Here's the fractions from the finale. Opening quarter 27 and 3. The half mile time 56 and 1. 3/4 time 124 and 4, and the final time was 153 flat. Well, that's going to wrap up day 1 of 3 consecutive days. That's going to close out the campaign here at Springfield. We've still got tomorrow, Thursday morning, 11 o'clock qualifiers. Of course, then a 10-race card starts at noon Central Standard Time. And then the final day of racing here at Springfield will be Friday afternoon. It's a 12-race card on Friday, and that post time once again is 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. On behalf of the track crew, the entire race office, and the staff, and all of our racing officials, this is track announcer Rick Uppel saying thank you and good afternoon.